If I just seen a local debate. Um, if y'all want to look it up, it's John Rutherford and Donna Deegan. Now Donna Deegan, she the one like got everybody wearing that like pink shit every month and shit, that breast cancer shit. Like she the one who kicked off that run for Donna. It was called Run for Donna thing when she had got cancer and shit. That's how that awareness breast cancer thing came along because everybody else started supporting her and shit. But I'm not saying it's all hers, but she basically like started that shit. But and John Rutherford, he was the fucking sheriff. You know what I'm saying? When I went to county, because before that we had a black dude. I forgot his name, but they had it was a lot easier to do your time in county than it is now. That motherfucker, that was a motherfucker. But basically, both of these motherfuckers for, you know what I'm saying, well-off, rich church white folks, allegedly. But it was just interesting because Donna, she brought up the healthcare problem, and the thing about if we get rid of Obamacare and the pre-existing healthcare problem. I mean, the people who got pre-existing conditions with healthcare problems. Like, will they get booted off and all that other stuff? She was trying to say that that's what Trump was for, when that's not what he's for. Cause last week he signed the emergency bill. No, before the COVID shit, like he signed the emergency bill for those people with pre-existing conditions. So I mean, he didn't trump her on that. I mean, because it was a fact. So she kind of made herself look silly. Like, you know what I'm saying? You saying something, but it's not true. And then what was another thing? Joe Biden. She's for Joe Biden's $1 trillion comeback plan. You know what I'm saying? Where they tax the shit out of businesses. What y'all gotta understand is, no, they not taxing you personally, but they taxing the shit out your job. And your job is gonna determine your wages. Right now, we at an all-time high where jobs need us. So we really have the leverage when we can go in there and we can tell people how much we want, and you know what I'm saying, all this, that, and the third. If Joe Biden come in there and he tax the rich, it's gonna be right back to the old Obama days. You know what I'm saying? We gonna have more taxes, and we're gonna have you know what I'm saying, less money. You know what I'm saying? Because they taxing our jobs. You know what I'm saying? This is how they figure they help us. They figure that big businesses can help the country. When it's actual small businesses that thrive and become something that actually help this fucking country. But that's a whole nother subject. My point that I'm getting at is, this was basically these two people's main points. And me as a grassroots citizen, you know what I'm saying, not involved in that shit, this is my opinion. You know what I'm saying? Like, clearly Joe Biden's shit is a let's just say it's a ploy by the Democrats to take this part in history. You know what I'm saying? To take this part in history and claim it for their own. Because how I'm looking at it, and they're describing their plan, because they're not really describing the plan, it's like, y'all want us to go through this shit all over again. You know what I'm saying? Don't get me wrong. The COVID shit has been a blessing in disguise for everyone, because it's nobody's fault. It's a health problem. So it's nobody's fault. So I say that to say this is like, if anything, this country is probably making more money than it ever has. You know what I'm saying? Or, you know what I'm saying? Just look at the unemployment rates. Look at the stock. Like, that's some shit that Democrats, or you know what I'm saying, that other part, you know what I'm saying, they try to hide and shit. But when you look at, you know what I'm saying, real numbers, you know what I'm saying, the numbers they not supposed to hide, no matter if they off or not, they looking better than what they did. You know what I'm saying? That's all I'm saying. What I'm basically saying is, like, what I seen tonight was by the Democrats. You know what I'm saying? One of they people who they brung out, who you call a Democrat, is try to advocate more for Biden, try to get, like, why does everybody have to speak up for Biden? Why Biden can't speak for itself? You know what I mean? Trump is damn sure willing to speak for itself, and there's not a lot of Republicans speaking up for, you know what I'm saying, Trump. But you got an ass of people not only yelling Biden, but they yelling Harris. Like, Kamala Harris, like, my whole thing is, like, bro, Kamala Harris is not the president. You know what I'm saying? She might and has a chance to be the first woman president. You know what I'm saying? But that's not the point right now. You know what I'm saying? Y'all did this shit with Obama. Y'all gave Obama 8 years before y'all looked at what he fucking did on paper. Y'all just like what he did for y'all on TV. You know what I'm saying? When I mean by y'all, I mean us. Us black folks. You know what I'm saying? Us Democrats. If you want to say, oh, I'm white and I'm a Democrat or whatever. It's just a whole simple fact. You know what I mean? So, am I Republican? Hell, fuck no. But what I am pointing out is the silver lining that Democrats have been fucking over black folks and the black vote for years. Ever since the goddamn Black Panther Party. You know what I'm saying? It was funny today, my people said it should be 3 parties. You know what I'm saying? Even though it is a couple of more other parties, it's not a real party that represents us. Because they threw the Black Panther Party and all that, you know what I'm saying, movement and shit. They threw that shit right in the Democratic Party in the 80s. Before that was the Democrats for you. You know what I'm saying? Go ask Hillary Clinton why she claiming she a Democrat and always advocated for people. You know what I'm saying? Her first case, she let a fucking goddamn rapist off. Raped the goddamn 6th grade little girl. You know what I mean? Allegedly. I don't even think it's allegedly. I think it's facts. I think the dude got off, but it's allegedly, you know what I'm saying? Because I think the lady older and doing, she did interviews and shit, but who knows, man? With so much shit floating out here calling this stuff information, you really, you know what I'm saying? You gotta really do the research for yourself. But that's a whole nother story. I just say that to say this. They dumped our ass in with the Democrats, made the Democrats more money than what the Democrats did. In the Bush era, you know what I'm saying, when they said they was coming, you know what I'm saying, and they was prepping Bill, bro, crack was at an all-time high, booming. You know what I mean? Listen, man, this drug game or whatever y'all want to call it, rap game or whatever, this shit would not exist without Clinton's 8 years of presidency. Just a passive overlooking of killings and everything else. Fuck that, even worse. His wife and others blaming black people for the problem. Bush came in, he wasn't even studying us. You know what I'm saying? If anything, people probably made more or less money in the streets, but had less harassment from the police. Why? Because they was worried about these motherfuckers who ripped these towers down. Then the Democrats come back in with Obama and talk about how the goddamn war, you know what I'm saying, cost us so much money. Next thing you know, we back to suffering. The streets back to making money. Like, so that means a lot of motherfuckers making money on the back end. Trump came in, say, you know what, that's enough of that shit. Balancing the shit out. So he basically told the drug people, if you gonna operate some drugs, guess what? You gotta get around this raggedy ass wall. Yeah, it's a raggedy ass wall, but it's a wall. Another obstacle. You know what I'm saying? At least my whole thing is he's giving more effort than any other president that we done had. You know what I mean? I know the dude ain't right. I can give a fuck at this point. You know what I mean? I don't give a fuck at this point. You know what I'm saying? At the simple fact. Because it's easy to ignore a lot of bullshit. So why not ignore that? You know what I mean? If it's not hurting me, hurting what's going on in my life, not even my pockets, none of that shit, what the fuck I give a fuck about for? You know what I mean? I could give 2 fucks Trump grabbing pussy. Shit, hell, he owned the goddamn Miss Universe pageant. It was either that one or the USA pageant. Either way it go, nigga, he grabbed on some cooch. Like a lot of you niggas are doing private. He just got caught. I mean, it's a lot of shit that a lot of people do and don't get caught for it. But we walk out here like we morally just. Man, y'all gotta stop that shit. Look at what's helping you and what's not helping you, and get to that point. You know what I'm saying? I can't even speak on what I'm doing now because it's brand new to me. But I'm reinventing myself, which everybody else should do, like a new cell. Each cell in your body, you know what I'm saying, remakes itself or reduplicates itself depending on the history that you done had the last past 7 years or so, depending on how old you is. So if you've been a bad person for 7 years, you're going to probably have bad health. Been a good person for 7 years, you're probably going to be all right. You know what I'm saying? It's just that simple. But a lot of people make it complicated. It's not. But with that being said, sorry I talked y'all ear off, but just wanted to drop that. You know what I mean? Give my opinion. But yeah, man, y'all take it easy. How Grand Rising, Grand Night, of course. But that's it, man. I just got an opinion. I ain't trying to say the word.